Alright, just want to share another mini board that I just came up with. It's only 4 pedals again, so the only 4 pedal rule. This is actually a last minute decision. We had a gig last week with the Stallions at the Burning Church, and it was the first gig of the year. And I initially planned on using a much bigger board than this that could fit 8 pedals. And the concept was to just have like an analog only setup, no switching, no programming, no MIDI, just manual on and off, so that I could like experience that kind of pedal setup. But when it came time to the rehearsal, I actually wasn't feeling it. I didn't like to bring it to the rehearsal. I just wanted to bring a small board like this size that I can just put in the gig bag, so that I can just carry one bag. And I just want to talk about small pedal boards and how I've come to love them. And the main inspiration for this is actually when I saw Kingfish's board. When the first time I saw that, I was just completely amazed and blown away by how simple it was. And that kind of setup really, for some reason, it attracts me. I like to keep things simple. It's just that maybe, it's hard to fathom, a tone like Kingfish. Could it be that simple? And it is. You can achieve good sounding tone with very simple gear. And when I saw that, I just wanted to apply that in my own setup. And this is one of the boards that I came up with. So basically it's just 4 pedals. I always have a wah, so that's the Valaton Surge EP1, which is a volume and a wah pedal. And my main distortion pedal is the Friedman BOD. So without anything on, clean sound. With the distortion. And I always have a booster. A boost is very important because when you play solos and you want your solos to be heard, the band could be too loud. So I don't have a guitar tech. I am my own guitar tech, so gotta have a manual boost to increase the volume or to have a different shape. So the TC Electronics Spark booster has a mid switch there. There's 3 modes: fat, clean, and mid. I'm using the mid, so it sounds like this. So without the booster, it's just still a good sound. I like it. I really like the BOD, but it's kind of aggressive and scooped. And with the mid boost, it just cuts through the mix and makes it smoother. So that's the booster. And the 4th pedal, I've experimented between using a delay or a chorus, but I found that the chorus is more useful than a delay in my case. I play rock and metal music, so sometimes we have like riffs. It's optional, but I have a space for a 4th pedal, so I'm using the Boss Super Chorus. Aside from the obvious reason that the benefits of having a small board and bringing only the things that you need or the effects that you need, it's easy to carry. Aside from that obvious fact, it just brings me peace of mind in terms of when I play. I don't have a lot of effects to think about, and the kind of music that I play as well, for the most part, like 95%, is just distortion like this. And actually the BOD is always on, but if I need to transition to a clean sound, then I'll just roll the volume down. completely clean sound, but it gets the job done. It's like a low gain kind of tone compared to. So that's how I switch from a full distorted tone to a clean-ish kind of tone. So that's the distortion, and I could always have a bigger board and have like an overdrive, then a distortion, and maybe another distortion. How many distortions do you really need? I mean, it's good to have options, but in a gig you only really use one. At least I do, and maybe for the other distortions, like in a different gig, I might wanna cycle the main distortion that I'll be using. So I might use the slow distortion or the Rev G3. So it depends on how I feel, and that's the beauty of it. You'll have options, but for a gig, you only use one at a time. You're not switching from one distortion to another while you're playing. So the Friedman BOD is what I chose for last week's gig, and booster. Actually, if I really pare it down to just 3 pedals, it'll be just a wah distortion and a boost, and I'll be all set. But it also depends on what kind of gig I'm playing. So for the most part, Stallions at the Burning Church original songs, I can get away with just a distorted pedal and a wah and a boost. But if there's like other songs that require more effects or complex transitioning, then I'll switch to the IR200 MS3 board with the programming. So that's it. Less is more. The only 4 pedals rule, I guess you can say that. But yeah, I've been loving this board, this concept of just having a small setup with only the effects that you need. And this is actually just a plywood, a 3/4 inch thick plywood that I put on some Velcro, and it used to be like 12 inches by 10, and I cut it in half, and this is 12 inch by 5. So I have another piece of wood here that I can set up another set of pedals for a different kind of combination of effects. So yeah, that's it for the video. Just wanted to share my thoughts on small pedal boards.